Okay, so this video focuses on the cashier part of the software. So the main goal of the cashier is what we'll be focusing on in this video. So we're going to start with approving dockets. So when you log in with the credentials given, head over to this box here. You can see all the pending dockets currently available. So all the dockets that have been created by the attendant. So the attendant in this case is standing in for the barber, the spa technician, the glam artist, whoever is the employee that does the actual services. So they've created the docket and then they print it out, or they hand you over the docket number, and then with the docket number you can look through and check for the exact one. If you want to be, if there are too many, you can always just search. So let's assume somebody give us a docket number of 007005. I can look for that, or I just search it. Let me see. So this is it. Confirm the details before you approve, because now approval. Now basically what you are doing here is confirming that I got so amount from so person for so service. So once you confirm it, you confirm the method of payment. So for instance, let's say they paid this 16,000 with cash and there was no tip. So for instance, the customer, instead of paying 16,000, gives hands you over 20,000 and says give 4,000 to the attendant. You have to record that on that tip, because all your cash, all your POS, all your transfer has to tally at the end of the day. You have to give account at the end of the day. So make sure you record everything. So let's confirm this as a cash of 16,000. So this has been confirmed. Now we can choose to print receipt if we want. Okay, so let's close this. Let me look for others. Let's confirm another payment. This 9,000 naira transaction. Let's do it via transfer. 9,000. Confirm. Then the 6,000. Let's do 6,000 under cash. Let's do under POS. Let's say there was a tip of 1,000. So it means the customer paid 6,000. Let's make it a tip of 4,000. So the customer paid 10,000. Then let me confirm this payment. So it has been confirmed. Okay, so we have confirmed this payment. So next thing is IOUs. So basically IOUs are supposed to be a means of the employee collecting money for emergencies before actual payday. So manager approves that, but then if in the manager's approval of IOUs, they select cash. If they select cash, it comes to your end as a cashier and you see it, and then you choose to disburse. In our case, is it 2,000 naira? We have enough cash to disburse to give 2,000 naira. So disburse cash. So it's okay. So the cash has been disbursed. This will actually subtract from our cash that the system is expecting. So let's go to cash and submit expense. So click on expense. Now this is where we track expenses. So for instance, now we give fuel, money for fuel. Let's say we give her 5,000. I think we approved a transaction of 16,000 or so with cash, so we should have more than enough. Let's let's say we give it to Mr. Paul, and we'll do from cash at hand. Now, the importance of this mode of payment is for your totals to balance out, you need to select the correct mode of payment. So I'm taking from the cash at hand. I need to make sure I select cash at hand. So for instance, if I have 15,000 cash and I give Mr. Paul 5,000 from that cash, at the end of the day, when we are balancing our books, I have to put exactly the amount that is left with me, not how much I got cash. No, how much is left with me cash. The system has been tracking all the subtractions from your cash. Like if you did a disbursement of IOU, if you did expenses that were from cash at hand, it will be deducted appropriately. Just have to make sure it is recorded properly. If not, it will show up as a discrepancy. So you select mode of payment. If it is not from your cash at hand, let's say there's a separate expense account, you select this instead. But let's say we took it from our cash at hand now. So we click on submit, and then you create the new expense record. So you can see the first record was the IOU disbursement that you did. So it comes up as an expense for you, fuel as an expense. So total expenses of 7,000. Let's head back home. Now with the total expense of 7,000, we can see. Let's look at dockets we've approved so that we still have an idea of how much we should have. So we did a 16,000 cash. Okay, we did 16,000, 9,000, 6,000. So it means our cash, we should be expecting 9k left in our cash. Since we gave out, is it 9k? Yes. Since we gave out 7,000 naira worth of expenses from the cash account. The reason why I'm specifying these details is because the final step for the day. So after we're done tracking all the expenses, we're done disbursing IOUs as a cashier. When we want to close for the day, we head over to finalize accounting from the home page. Now finalize accounting takes you to a page where you now get to punch in the exact details of your end of day reality. So I used one POS1, and then I had 0 in card at the beginning of the as my opening balance, and let's say I had 6,000 as my closing balance. For transfer, 0 is my opening balance. Let's say I had 10,000, let's say 19 as my closing. For cash, I started with 0, my closing was 9,000. Now this card and transfer amount, these details will be gotten from the POS device when you print your end of day on the device. So on MoneyPoint, OPay, and the other type of POS devices, they have a means of printing end of day report. The end of day report shows the summary with the opening balances and the closing balances and everything. So you can see as we're adding up these guys total up here. So for instance, now if my opening balance was 1,000, you can see my card, which is my POS, is actually 5,000 realized today. It will do the subtraction for you. You just have to make sure you put the correct opening and closing balance. So it means I'm telling the system I had it 34,000 naira grand total. So if I confirm my details and everything tallies, I click on finalize report and finalize shift account. So once I click on finalize shift account, sorry, network must be delaying. You can see our cash is balanced because we were very certain of how much. But now you can see there's a shortage of 4,000. There is an excess of 10,000 on the transfer because we're expecting 9,000, but we told it we had 19,000, so an excess of 10,000. For POS, there was a shortage of 4,000 because we're expecting 6, and we did 2. so we're short of money there. Now at this point now, the cashier can't do anything anymore. They approach the manager. The manager can fix this issue. If, for instance, now while filling it, you made a mistake, that the cashier can't do anything about that mistake. You approach your manager, and your manager will check, scrutinize, and fix mistakes if need be. So at this point now, the admin would have gotten an update, and the manager would have gotten an update that is a problem with the account closure. So this is all the cashier can do. So till this account is cleared and the report is submitted for this account, you can't start a new shift, or else it will cause problems. So you wait till you are cleared properly before you start a fresh shift.